Run through the tape. In life, never give up. Run through the tape.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to center court for a special presentation and welcome TNT's Ernie Johnson.
Well, you may have heard the Warriors will have a chance to play for their third NBA championship. And a Hall of Famer who was on that first championship team back in 1975 is here to present the Western Conference Championship Trophy to the 2016 Golden State Warriors. Please welcome Rick Barry. Hey, Clay. We'll start with this splash, brother. You're the first team to ever win 73 games. You're just the 10th to ever come back from 3-1 down in a best of 7. And I suppose there should be a question in there somewhere, but you've just come back from 3-1 down in a best of 7.
Yeah, it took a lot of resiliency. We've been doing it all year. Started with Draymond right after a game, or they made their third win, and he told us, have faith. We made history before. It was not easy, and this isn't going to be easy, but we could do it. And we all believed and just had fun while doing it.
What kind of things are said from player to player when the horn goes off in Game 7? When you see Kevin Durant, you see Russell Westbrook, and these guys who gave you such a battle in this series?
Just try to show them your respects. They're competitive like us, you know. They were hungry. We were just as hungry, and just give them respect because they pushed us to 7. No game was easy. I mean, it was, like I said, give them their respect. They're a really good team over there.
I don't know if they pushed you to 7 or you pushed them to 7 because you had to come back on them. What happened tonight? What happened tonight in the third quarter? You're down in this game, and then here comes this 26-6 run. How do you guys do that?
Starts with our defense. We play with great length. We trust each other. We got each other's back. And obviously Steph went in human torch mode, and everyone fed off that. Running the break, getting easy buckets in transition. And we just got to learn that it's tough to beat these teams this late in the season just one-on-one and just move the ball. And that's what we did. It's what the winning formula all year.
Clay, congratulations. And the other splash brother, if you got a couple more answers in you here. Yes. I feel a little rude interrupting that, but I have to. We have to move on. You see it on T-shirts and you hear it all the time. Strength in numbers. What exactly does that mean to you when we talk about strength in numbers with this team?
I mean, first it starts with our team. Everybody that stepped foot on the floor, 1 through 14, 15, made an impact on our regular season, on the whole playoff run and this series. So you never know where it's going to come from, and everybody stays ready, which is, you know, that's the only way we can come back from a 3-1 deficit. And then obviously, you know, Dub Nation came strong tonight. We needed it. We needed it.
There was talk after Game 6. In fact, you said if you thought Game 6 was tough, Game 7 will be even tougher. Even here, having the home court for Game 7. It's fun for us to watch. What is it like for you to play in a game like this with the stakes so high?
I mean, it means everything. This is what we work for, the opportunity to advance and get back to the finals in front of our home crowd and do it in the fashion that we did it. So we know coming into the day, it's going to take a full 48 minutes. Closing out a great Thunder team like that is no easy task, and took us to the last minute to get it done, but we're back.
And you're back against the same team that you beat last year for the NBA title. What are your thoughts right now? Look, I know it's early, and I know you just did something that very few teams did. But when you look ahead to a series with the Cavaliers, what do you think?
It's going to be fun. We know what they're about. They've been playing well all playoff series, but so have we. And we're looking forward to Thursday. That's it. We got a lot of work to do before then, but we're going to enjoy this.
Congratulations, the MVP again, and heading to the finals again. Steph, congratulations. These are your champions, Western Conference 2016, the Golden State Warriors.
All right, thank you, Ernie. And Steph Curry, 36 points, 7 threes. Klay Thompson, 21 points, 6 threes. 32 threes in the series for the Warriors, a new NBA playoff record for threes in a playoff series. 2 questions for you guys. Number one, what is the future of Kevin Durant? Was this his final appearance in an Oklahoma City Thunder uniform? Will he be elsewhere?
Personally, I hope not. I love to see our superstars in small markets. I always tell people the grass is not always greener when you go to a bigger market. I hope he stays.
With this loud crowd here tonight, there's only a few places that can have that type of impact. OKC, one of those. Where can he go to have a teammate that good and that deep?
Quick thought about the finals, which will begin Thursday night on ABC here in Oakland. The Cleveland Cavaliers and the Golden State Warriors, which should be a tremendous series. How do you see the series going?
Well, obviously a rematch of last year, but different parts for Cleveland, especially with Love and Kyrie being able to participate. Both teams have found their groove from behind the arc. From a shooter standpoint, I can't wait because there's going to be a lot of threes shot.
Well, Cleveland has a whole city behind them trying to get their championship, that first championship. It'll be interesting, but you have to love the fact, too, that the champions want to prove this tough series that they can do it again.
It is a rematch, and this time around LeBron has Kyrie Irving, and he has Kevin Love. So the finals get underway Thursday night, ABC, game number 1. And we wish good luck to Mike Breen, Jeff Van Gundy, and Mark Jackson. And a thank you to our fantastic crew. They are the best in sports, and we do so appreciate their wonderful work. Thank our producer, Scott Cockrell, director Bernardo Lowe, statistician Brian Taylor. So until next season, for Chris, for Reggie, I'm Marv Albert. This has been a memorable run for all of us. And now to Ernie, Charles, Kenny, and Shaq.
Fans, an incredible thrill of the NBA Finals.
And we welcome you back to Inside the NBA, presented by Kia. 96-88, the final score is Golden State completes the comeback, down 3-1 and become the 10th team to ever overcome a 3-1 deficit in a best-of-7. And they move on to the NBA Finals, 96-88 over Oklahoma City. And here we are back live at Oracle Arena. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, and Charles Barkley. Before we look at the highlights, this is I can see why you liked Oklahoma City to win the series. You see the talent. Why did it not come around for them? Why did they blow a 3-1 lead in this series, Charles?
Because they resorted to what they've done to blow the most regular season leads during the regular season. They play hero ball. But you look at the first half, that was if they had played like that the last 2 games, they would have been fine. But the last 3 games, excuse me, they just didn't play well.
But how impressed are you with what you saw from the Golden State Warriors in this series in coming back from down 3-1?
Very impressed. Down 3-1, could have said, you know what, it's not our year. Steph could have said, you know what, I'm injured, didn't want to play, but they stuck with it. They realized one game at a time. They realized that they could continue to make history, and they just, play well. The stars contributed, the others contributed, and this home crowd contributed. and they did what they wanted to do, and they're going to the finals for a rematch.
Well, they stuck around long enough to see if the leopard would show the spots, meaning they waited to see if Oklahoma would resort back to it, and they did. That's the only difference. Oklahoma City played better than them until Game 5, and all they had to do is stick with the script. But sometimes you have some freelance writers and some improvisers, and when you're doing that at the highest level, when there's only 4 teams left, the best 4 in basketball, you cannot improvise. You have to stick to the script, and that's what separates champions. They make it look routine and not absurd.
You saw Steve Kerr, you saw Bob Myers and Joe Lacob earlier, and none of them wanted to be part of the post-game trophy presentation. They said this is all about the players, and so Rick Barry gave the trophy out, and Clay and Steph spoke for the team. But this is a team that coming in as the defending champions and fighting some adversity in this postseason, and they will be back to play for the whole thing again against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And here's the way it went in Game 7, number 125 in NBA history.
Kevin Durant did an impressive job looking for the others, and me and Chuck, we both love that Adams kid.
I gotta love that Adams kid.
I like
but
him.
I want to take my hat off to Oklahoma City. To get off the floor after that last game, they really competed for 48 minutes. They played very well, but those threes just rained down on their head in the second half, but they really competed.
Westbrook for 3 for the early lead for Oklahoma City. And then Draymond Green with a little spin, and it's 22-19. Much more efficient offensive game from Kevin Durant, especially in the first half.
You know what, Charles, at times I have him call, young players that I know not only in the league but in college and high school, and he always says, the one thing that separates greatness and good players is confidence. But then you add confidence with discipline, then all of a sudden you are the Golden State Warriors. They have just a great deal of discipline, even though those shots, good move there, those shots look tough, but they're not. But this is just great athleticism, a great move by Russell Westbrook.
OKC responding to an 11-2 Golden State run to extend the lead again. And then with a 5-point game, Curry is blocked by Ibaka, and on the other end, it is Westbrook and one.
And I have to ask Charles this question.
Yes.
The last 3 games, when you look at the Golden State offense, is there any shot that surprised you?
No, they didn't take any bad shots.
I mean, that separates you.
They never take bad shots.
None of the shots surprise you. Even these tough, you said, well, he should drive to the lane in 3 seconds to go. He does. He makes a tough shot, but it doesn't surprise you that he's taking it.
But cut the lead to 48-42 at the half. Now we go to the third.
The one thing you notice about the Warriors also, Kenny, everybody's involved.
And that didn't work right there. That little switch everything to 5-on-1.
What they did that the entire
was licking his chops right here.
It didn't work tonight, Chucky.
Yeah, listen, I'm not ever gonna second guess coach. That same defense got them up 3-1. Nobody was complaining then.
They were down 52-45 in the third quarter and went on a 26-6 run.
Let me give Reggie Miller some credit. He called in the third quarter. They were out there yelling at each other. They had bad body language. They thought they were down 12, and they were only down 3.
Even Andy Baruchel getting in on it. How about that move?
Before this move, he drew a charge on Russell Westbrook, which really helped.
But Reggie Miller called this out on TV. I was watching in the back. These guys were yelling at each other like they were down 10-12.
It was a 29-12 third quarter.
Tough shot.
Going to the fourth, it was 71-60, and he makes it look
effortless.
And then Draymond Green connects.
The dagger in the heart was the 3-point foul on Steph Curry on Ibaka. That was the one.
When they had cut the gap to a manageable spot. And look at Curry taking it to the tin.
Yeah. Don't talk about nobody defense if you can't play your own.
I tell you, and he fouled him really on the grab. He tried to dunk that? Oh, no, he just grabbed the rim and laid it in.
With their 2-star players.
So now it's a 6-point game.
These guys will compete.
And now it's a 4-point game, 90-86.
Yeah, but this was the deciding play in the game. It's not. They didn't show it again.
Yeah, that was over then.
Yeah, but this was the thanks for playing our game. Drive safely on your way home. We are headed to the NBA Finals. Steph Curry and Steve Kerr celebrate another Western Conference title. And two of the best in the game right there, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, after the game. And the fireworks continuing outside Oracle, where nobody is in a hurry to leave.
Yeah, this building was on a permanent energy drink.
They may just stay here till Thursday when the NBA Finals begin in this building. 96-88 is the final score. Oklahoma City once leading the series 3-1, but it ends in Game 7 here in Oakland. Here is Billy Donovan.
Coach, when you look back at this, what's going to keep you up at night the most? Is there something, a sequence that happened, or is it not getting the Game 6 at home, maybe?
Well, I think it's easy to look at that because, this could have played out entirely differently. And what I mean by that is this, we stole the game here in Game 1. They had us down by 13 points, I think, in the second half, and we fought our way back. And we had a play where it was a 1-point game and it was a loose ball and Steven Adams comes up with it, and they could have easily come up with it. We stole that game. If they would have come in games 3 or 4 and would have tied it and it was 2-2 and we came, here and lost the game and they came to Oklahoma, the way it played out, I think you have to look at the whole series in its entirety. There was opportunity for us to close the series out in 5 and 6 and 7, and we kept a little bit short. But I don't know if that tells the full story of the full 7 games when you look at them as an entirety. What will keep me up is I think the habits that we were able to build, during the course of these playoffs. How can we continue to build next year in training camp in terms of how do we come in and take these experiences that we've all been through and utilize them to grow and develop and maybe be more prepared? I thought that this year with me coming in and being new, them getting to know me getting to know them, there's a transition period. It was. And I appreciate these guys and their patience with me and just their professionalism and the way they responded and the way they did everything. But I'm hopeful that we can utilize these experiences and grow together to even become better individually and collectively.
Coors Light, cold hard facts. Plus 84 from the promised land in the last 2 games of the series. 93 pointers made, is the most ever in a 7-game series in playoff history. Of course, Klay Thompson had that single game record in Game 6, and they go 30 3-point field goals. I didn't really have time to read that last line, but hope you did at home. So here they continue to celebrate going back to the NBA Finals. How do you, Kenny? How do they do it when you're down 3-1? There has to be some self-doubt that wants to creep in, isn't there?
No, it's actually. I don't think self-doubt creeps in, honestly. Just being blessed to be on a team that did it. There was never self-doubt. And the one thing that you always know is that there are things that are working. So we just have to do more of the things that's working. That's it. And that's your mindset. But the difference, honestly, we had to win 2 games on the road. They had to win 2 games here. So when I saw that, I said, well, they still have a chance. But the other part of it is why I was skeptical in some point, because when we played against Charles and Phoenix, we went up big leads on a couple of games and we lost those leads. So it was like keeping Bay. They were getting outplayed. And it took Oklahoma to give you the opportunity. I thought that when we did it in Houston, the teams I was on, we had the opportunity because we put ourselves there. Oklahoma actually gave them opportunities that they weren't giving them before. They changed up their game plan, and Coach Donovan said it. He skirted around it about habits and all. He wants them to say, listen, you guys have to understand that you 2 guys make everyone else better. And if you do that, you're going to be in an NBA final. And not only that, you'll be an NBA champion.
And I think, Ernie, also when you're up 3-1 and lose, you have to piggyback on Ken's point, you have to do something wrong. When you get up 3-1, you'll have to say to yourself, okay, we're doing something right, but you have to do something wrong to lose those 3 games in a row. And listen, it's going to be interesting summer for Oklahoma City because everything is dictated by what Kevin Durant does.
Yeah, Will, if you can, I know you want to go there.
No, I'm not going there.
A little later in the show, though, we do want to kind of put a bow on the Oklahoma City season.
Oh, they had a great season.
Yeah, meantime, I'm being told Steve Kerr with his postgame.
Congratulations to OKC and their organization. Phenomenal basketball team that we just played, and we survived by the skin of our teeth. But they are incredibly talented, incredibly well coached. I thought Billy and his staff did a phenomenal job. They had us on our heels constantly in this series. And I want to say congrats also to Sam Presti, who's a good friend of mine. And, you know, with the joy of winning, you know, the flip side is the disappointment in losing. And I genuinely feel for that team because they were very close and they deserve to be there just as much as we do, really. But we were able to pull it out, and we're moving on. Thank you.
Steve, Scott Howard Cooper from NBA.com in the aisle on your left. As someone who's been in many different situations through the years, can you describe the accomplishment of coming back from 3-1 deficit, especially where you guys were after Game 4, what it took to get here?
Yeah, I mean, we were not just down 3-1. We had gotten blown out, you know, 2 straight games. So obviously everything started with Game 5, kind of rediscovering ourselves and our style, and then Game 6 was kind of magical. I mean, what Clay did that night, basically putting us on his shoulders and allowing us to have this opportunity tonight at home. It's a pretty remarkable comeback, and shows, I think, a lot about our guys and their will and their grit.
Did you learn anything about this Golden State team that you didn't know already, Shaq, by watching this 7-game series?
I knew that when they went down to 3-1 and I looked into their eyes and, you know, I saw the way they came out and played. I knew that this is a team that you would have to beat and really beat. And, you know, we all know, you know, we've been saying this all year, that no lead is safe with this team. So, you know, when you have them down, you know, Mr. Barker says you got to put your foot in your throat and take them out. OKC had that opportunity. They had them up 3-1, and they couldn't take care of business. You know, this is definitely going to hurt for that organization, for those players. And, you know, we know Mr. Durant has a big summer, but I think at some point they need to realize that, yes, they are some of the best players in the league, but they also need to realize that many have tried to do it by themselves, and many have went home fishing early. You know, the ones that utilize the others are the ones that you know, are talked about forever. So, you know, when they learn to utilize their others all the time, not some of the time, not most of the time, all the time, especially in playoff situations, then they can get to that next level.
Home teams now 101-24 in Game 7s. The most recent to add to that win column, the Golden State Warriors, Western Conference champions again. We'll be back.
Inside the NBA, presented by Kia. Live from the Western Conference Finals is brought to you by Kia, official automotive partner of the NBA.
The men and women of our military are incredible.
They dedicate their lives so that we can enjoy the freedoms we have. They're heroes, plain and simple.
They play a huge part in our society. You know, we wouldn't be able to walk our everyday life without their protection.
All of us in the NBA are excited to show appreciation for our armed forces.
That's what this day is about, Chuckster Memorial Day, as we remember all those who gave their lives, the ultimate sacrifice defending this country.
It's a big day but also I think we got to do a much better job of taking care of our soldiers who came back. That's one of the big things in our country. We must do a better job of taking care of the soldiers who came back. God rest the ones who passed away, but the guys who come back here, we got to do a much better job of taking care of them.
Can I give a shout out, Ernie?
Of course you can.
Mingo Ramos, stand-up soldier. Get well soon. Love you, brother. Mingo from San Antonio, Fort Sam Houston.
Gotcha.
All the soldiers, men and women, love you.
Wonderful.
If you're just tuning in and you missed Game 7, I'm sorry to hear that because it was a dandy. 96-88, Golden State, a winner over Oklahoma City. So The Warriors advanced to the NBA Finals to take on the Cleveland Cavaliers, same two teams we saw last year. And regular season, 2-0 in Golden State. One was close, one was a blowout. And Kenny, what are you thinking right now when you think about the Cavs and the Warriors who opened things up Thursday right here in Oakland?
Obviously, the Cleveland Cavaliers have, probably been the most dominant team in the playoffs, and especially playing in the Eastern Conference. But, obviously these two teams are different from what they've been facing in the East. So I think the awareness that they're in a different type of environment, that's going to be the first thing Cavs will notice, that there are multiple players on the court that can do multiple things, where I think, going through the Eastern Conference, they didn't have that. So that would be the first thing. The second thing is that they have a team that they will have to come back against at times, where I don't think they ever really were challenged and had to make deep runs when they're down 8, down 9, and come back. So they haven't had that in their repertoire on a steady diet. So walking into a fight, you're walking into a fight.
We don't hear all that. He asked you what you think.
Well, that's what I thought.
That was a very
taking the
complete
Warriors?
answer.
He didn't ask me about taking the Warriors.
No, I was just saying, what are your thoughts on the series? Do you want to pick somebody?
Yeah, we do. That's what we get paid for, to pick somebody.
Well, when we get asked the question, we get asked.
Who are you taking?
I'm going to take the Golden State Warriors. I think they will win back-to-back championships.
Shaq?
This is the matchup everyone's been waiting for.
Yes.
Last year, Golden State beat them. The critics came out and said, you had it easy. Bron's team wasn't at full strength. Now they're there. I can't answer that yet till after game one. But
that's what we get paid to do. Why don't you tell him all that?
But hold on. Let me finish.
I had a question for you.
But the way Golden State has been shooting, Cleveland has been shooting well. But when it comes to shooting matchup, I got to give it to Golden State.
When you're looking for motivation, and not like you need extra motivation to want to win an NBA title, but the fact that people did say, oh yeah, if Cleveland had Kyrie and Love, then that would have been a different series, because there's a guy like Charles Barkley who has already said that. But don't you think that is something that is cataloged there and gives them that, that little extra something too? If you're on Golden State,
no, I don't think
we'll prove to you. Yeah, it doesn't matter who's on that team.
No, I don't think that matters. Listen, they got a terrific team. I think Cleveland, obviously, they've never played this Cleveland team in a series without Kevin and Kyrie. But I tell you who's going to play huge in that series, and it was a great pickup by David Griffin. Channing Frye has played really good. He's shooting like almost 60% from three.
We didn't ask you to do all that. Who you picking?
Yeah, that's right.
Who you picking?
Listen,
I'm going to miss you guys. Our last show of the year.
Who you picking,
I tell you what, I told y'all 3 weeks ago, I think the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to win the World Championship, and I'm not changing my mind.
Okay.
You told me that.
Don't do it.
I was wrong on this series, but y'all didn't give me no love on the Spurs series, so we're even.
Are we sure we did?
I just want y'all to lap on me like it tastes like chicken.
Okay. Well, that ain't going to happen. Let's round out this.
Lap on.
Let's round out this segment with the inside.
Come on, man.
The inside tracks from Game 7.
Come on, man.
Hey, man.
All right, Billy, good luck. It's been a great series. You guys are awesome. Thanks. Good luck.
Have fun, man. That's what it's about.
Move the ball. Move it.
Keep moving it. Keep moving it.
We'll find our groove. We'll find it, all right? Just settle in.
Keep staying the course right now.
A couple nights ago, right at this stage, we were down 13 on the road. Came back and won. There's a ton of time, all right? This game is going to last forever.
Let's make a hell of a run right now.
All right, now we're ready to play. The game's starting right now for us, the way I look at it. All right, the way we're playing now, the last couple possessions, this looks like our team.
Let's keep fighting. Keep fighting. Lay it on the line.
Here we go. Here we go.
We're doing a hell of a job. Moving the ball, sharing the ball, and creating good shots, okay?
Keep fighting. Keep fighting. Every rebound, every loose ball. Rock solid now. Rock solid. Here we go.
Great job, man. Great job.
You do a phenomenal job. Your team's amazing.
So, good luck. I hope. Good luck the rest of the way.
It's nothing like a Game 7. Man,
Yeah,
Great to bring it to you on TNT.
Only good game 7 is one you win.
The one you win. Don't you hate going to other team locker room and congratulate them afterward?
When we come back, we'll hear from Kevin Durant.
I was so fake when I was going in there. You did that? I was fake. I was like, hey, good job, y'all. Be like, I hope you twist your ankle.
Let's take a look at the Experience 360-degree replay from Intel.
Oh, Intel, this is my favorite replay, man. Shout out to Brian at Intel. But this is, you could just see the distance. That's what I'm saying. To guard this guy, which allows these driving lanes, because you're guarding him so deep, and he sees the whole floor. He sees you coming, and he does this fake dunk / layup towards the end of the game. But he's the best in the business, man. He's the best in the business in the clutch. I'm going to say it on record. He's the best in the clutch right now.
Let me read this tag. For more 360-degree replays, head to nba.com/Intel in sports. The season in review, 55-win season for Oklahoma City. Number 3 seed in the Western Conference, Westbrook with the 18 triple-doubles. Kevin Durant, 3rd in the league in scoring, but the 10th team to blow a 3-1 lead in NBA playoff history. How much, on a scale of 1 to 10, how sure are you, Chuckster, that Kevin Durant will be back in Oklahoma City?
Oh, I have no idea if Kevin's going to stay, but he'd be a fool to leave. He'd be a fool to leave.
Why would he be a fool? Explain that.
There's no other.
I know why, but
there's no other team in the NBA he could go to that he's got more talent than he's got right now.
Miami.
No, they don't. Miami don't have more talent than Oklahoma City. I mean, you put
Miami.
You look at
Antonio.
They do not. They don't have more talent than Westbrook, Ibaka, Adams, Cantor. None of those teams have that type of talent.
Talent means nothing if you don't use your brain.
Well,
How do you talk about talent means nothing?
First of all, the 2 guys we're talking about, they're the problem. They're the problem. Them other guys I'm counting on, Ibaka going to do what he does. Cantor Adams going to do what he do. It's up to Russell and Kevin to change their game.
I remember in free agency, and I don't know if the story is 100% true.
Go ahead, go with it.
But I'll go with some of it. In most free agents, when you walk in, now I'm not going to give the whole story, but most free agents, when you walk in, the first thing, people are thinking that you're talking about money. But the first thing that any great organization is going to tell you about is how you're going to win a championship here. He's here. He's in the building where it is. Right. So to go somewhere else to find it,
it'll have to be some sell job, that's for sure.
Because there is nothing more. If you're talking purely on a basketball standpoint, forget that he's going to make more money in Oklahoma City. Forget all of those things. If you basketball, you say, can you win a championship? Where can I go? He'd have to say here. If he was a free agent somewhere else, he'd say, I have to come to Oklahoma City.
Exactly. Let's hear from Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook.
Guys, when you look back on the series and things that frustrated you, is there a certain sequence or a time in any of these games, or do you think it will be the loss in Game 6 there, where you had a chance to close them out at home, that will hurt the most?
It hurts losing. It hurts losing, especially being up 3-1. But games 3 and 4, they missed the shots that they hit game 6 and 7, and that was our plan. I mean, they beat us from the 3-point line the last 2 games. We beat them everywhere else. They beat us from the 3-point line. That was the series. So, we fought. Everybody fought hard every single minute they were on the court. It sucks to lose. It sucks, but it was tough. It was a tough series.
The loss is still fresh, but you kind of have an unknown future coming over the next month. How do you kind of expect that to play out, and when you'll start thinking about it?
I mean, we just lost like 30 minutes ago, so I haven't even thought about it. I'm just embracing my teammates, and just reflecting on the season. I think about that stuff. I don't know when, but we just lost an hour ago, 30 minutes ago, so I don't know.
If you were not watching the game and you just turned it on and didn't even have the sound on, and you saw that shot of Westbrook and Durant at the podium, you would know that Oklahoma City fell, because when you win a Game 7, everybody wears those hats.
No, everybody gets kisses. That's what happens. You get kisses
the finals at Thursday. They begin here in Golden State.
Don't wipe it off, Riley.
We'll be back to wrap things up after this.
London wipes my kisses off, too. My daughter, man. I don't know.
Inside the NBA, presented by Kia. Live from the Western Conference Finals is brought to you by Kia, official automotive partner of the NBA.
Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear. Everything Goodyear has learned making tires for game-changing traction inspires what they roll into yours. Goodyear.
More driven.
Try not to give him a lot to read, Ernie. He's not the smartest bulb in the shop.
Okay.
The smartest bulb in the shop.
Yeah, okay.
What the heck is going on? The sharpest tool in the shed.
I meant the brightest bulb, man.
I know you did.
I'm tired, man. It's been a long day.
That's what's so sad.
Been a long season. I'm going to miss you guys.
I'm not going to miss y'all guys. Don't call me.
Hey, save your goodbyes till we're done.
It's time for
EJ's Vino Saturday Night.
Presented by no one.
Brightest bulb in the shed, or brightest tool in the shed. Anyway, thanks for all the memories. One last shout out to Chuck's eyebrows. See you in the steam room.
Peter, I got news for you. I'm getting my eyebrows done Thursday.
Oh my God.
I am. I'm a bit. I'm getting a mani, pedi, and getting my eyebrows waxed Thursday.
That permanent surprise look.
My goodness.
What else you getting waxed?
I'm getting a bikini wax.
All right, check it.
Both of you, stop
I'm telling
it,
you,
man.
I've been thinking about trying that.
Okay. Please, you're giving us way too much, man. Let Kenny do it for you. Kenny will do it for you.
Kenny, put me in this.
Kelly Clarkson.
We may not make it to the end of our last show.
Come on, man.
You never know. We got to send some folks
We on
fishing.
vacation to November. We're good.
We got lots of fishing trips here.
Let me tell you something.
OKC fishing.
You see how Draymond was kicking things in the background, man.
Wait, who's the brother on the left all the way over?
That's Durant.
That's Kevin Durant.
That's Durant? Okay, I never seen him with the eyeglasses
Miami hat on.
I tell you what, man, Kevin Durant, you got a lot of talent there in Oklahoma City, man.
Stephen Adams got himself a swordfish by hand.
Hey,
All I'm gonna say is
Joakim Noah, get well, but you're not my favorite player anymore. Stephen Adams is.
You changed so
he
quick.
changed.
Man.
It went from Ginobili to Noah.
I know, Ginobili.
Oh, and then we're going fishing outside.
Fishing. Nice shorts, Chuck.
Yes.
Hey, come on, man. Y'all gotta pull that down on my leg, man.
Alex, man, you
y'all
looking
getting
got him
freaky
looking
in here.
crazy.
Come on, man. Give me some longer shorts on that left leg.
Nice socks, too, Chuck.
Hey, first of all, Shaq, I know. How did Shaq get skinny in a picture?
I'm skinny.
We got the whole crew. We got the whole crew going fishing over there.
There go Kyle Lowry.
Send them fishing. Where's Kyle Lowry?
What's
Kyle Lowry at?
No, he calls him Kyle Lowry. He's not Kyle Lowry.
I go Lee.
He just looks like
TK, close your legs. You're smuggling grapes.
Oh, my goodness. Who are them dogs?
LA
Where are
Charles.
I go my girl Ann.
My girl Ann.
Look at all those dogs.
I go Colleen.
Yeah. Where my boy Anna?
I go underdog. I love you, man.
Alex, you didn't even put yourself in the going fishing?
No, that's Alex. He's down at the bottom of the picture.
Man, shout out to Alex, man. These are going to fly off the shelves on NBA.com, man, because send them fishing out here.
TK and Jeremy Levin, Alisa, the whole.
Jeremy, who's Jeremy?
Garrett, he's the guy who's in your ear.
Oh, okay.
Garrett, right?
He said, who's Jeremy? Only the guy.
He know I'm messing with him.
Yeah, right.
Hey, guys, I'm going to miss y'all.
Up here, awesome stuff. And
see y'all in November.
It's always weird when this happens because all of a sudden it's like, we're done.
We call that heaven.
A couple of you guys have been doing a little work on NBA TV for the finals, and I'm going on vacation.
Send them fishing, Ernie.
Here's your shirt.
Here's your shirt. Go fishing,
Ernie.
As we
Chuck, thank you.
Go fishing.
Great fun as always.
I love you guys, man. Have a great summer.
We leave you tonight. Yeah, we leave you tonight with some of the best of inside the NBA from this season.
Oh, we got.
I'm going to sit here and watch this.
You'll be the only one.
It has been so much fun to be back with you guys.
That is Midnight the Mechanical Bull. Release the beast. Who's willing to go first?
Let's see one of your hot yoga moves.
That's the yoga.
Got a trick shot for you.
There it is, Ernie.
Ready?
Wait.
What's that?
Downward dog.
Warrior pose.
Ready?
Wait. I got to get into my routine.
Chuck doesn't know everything that's going on.
I don't know anything that's going on.
Back to back like I'm on the cover of Lethal Weapon. Back to back like I'm Jordan 96, 97.
He got it. Pull your jock strap up tight and you man up and you play. My eyebrows.
She's going to take your blood pressure for you.
Does it have pressure that says Krispy Kreme alert?
Who needs the most lotion? My nomination is for Shaq and those ashy ankles.
Tell your mama she don't get no more spending money.
Mr. Barkley, I'm going to need you to drop your...
Is it okay for us to leave the room?
I'm going with Carolina. I became a man in that state from...
You
what? Became a man?
Yeah.
To beat a man, you got to beat the man. I got him, America.
When we come back, we're actually going to talk about basketball.
Oklahoma City, to me, has the most talent of any team in the NBA. It was going to come down to WTF. What the hell? But I think something... Double TH. Cut it. You need to cut it. Cut it. Cut it.
Come on, man. Sleep night. Sleep night.
You know, I got this bracelet from a guy in the steam room back in Arizona.
Explain, please.
This much ballyhooed head-to-head matchup in ping pong.
Man, whatever your name is, thank you for my bracelet. Thank you.
Yep.
Elevator Ernie in the building. Told you it was a has-been. Come on.
Are you not entertained? I won't apologize.
No, are you not entertained?
Get out of here, man. There you go, man. I took the ball, and I did.